WLAC. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of News Radio 1510 WLAC, its staff, management, or parent company, Clear Channel.
Good morning, this is Bill Corbett. This is the Parent Talk Show on News Radio 1510 WLAC. Good morning. This is a great but brisk morning this morning. We got used to that warm weather. Got a little bit of cold weather reminding us that spring has just arrived. We're looking forward to that warm weather coming up. Got a lot to talk about this morning. I'm your host, Bill Corbett. This is the Parent Talk Show, and you can reach me here in the studio at 737-WLAC. That's 737-9522. Outside the area, it's 800-688-9522. And on Verizon Wireless is star WLAC. Now you can go to my website, which is www.parenttalkradio.com. You can also send emails to me and reach me here, right here in the studio. I monitor the email box at questions@parenttalkradio.com. Remember, Parent Talk shares the same T. I want to just let you know we've got a lot to talk about this morning. We're going to be talking about family meetings. What do you do when your teens are asking to go to parties? How do you know when to draw the line with letting them out to do those kinds of things? But before we talk about that stuff, let's go to our guest line this morning. And with us this morning is Ashley Crownover, managing editor of the Nashville Parent Magazine. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm trying to recover from that whole spring forward thing.
Oh, I know what you mean. Gosh. And I think as we get older, we just miss having that extra hour of sleep.
I know. I needed that bad.
And we usually don't do anything about it, notice it until it's really late at night. And by the time we notice the time, that's when the realization comes or it's an hour later.
That's right. We don't really plan ahead for it. Start a week before going to bed 15 minutes earlier every day or something. Yeah, that would be wise.
Yeah, and if you're disciplined enough to do that, good for you. But boy, oh boy, it just creeps up so fast.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on in the Nashville Parent Magazine this month?
Well, this is our Healthy Family. It can really be helpful in your everyday life.
That's page 40. I hope you go out and get a copy of the magazine. Great article. Really gives you some centering as a parent. We've been talking with Ashley Crownover, managing editor of the Nashville Parent Magazine, and coming for her monthly visit. Ashley, thanks so much for taking time out and talking with us.
Thank you, Bill.
Hope you have a terrific day.
Thanks. Hope it warms up.
Yeah, me too. Take care.
Okay, bye.
All right, we'll be back shortly. We've got a quick break coming up here. We've got more to talk about. We're going to be talking about family meetings and creating that connection. I'm your host, Bill Corbett, and this is the Parent Talk Show on News Radio 1510 WLAC.
News Radio 1510.
Good morning and welcome to the Parent Talk Show here on News Radio 1510 WLAC. I'm your host, Bill Corbett, and if you'd like to reach me in the studio, you can call me at 737-WLAC. That's 737-9522. Outside the area, it's 800-688-9522. And on Verizon Wireless, it's star WLAC. And you can also send an email to me at questions@parenttalkradio.com. I'll give that info out a little bit later because you're going to be needing it. If you'd like to win some stuff, I've got lots of stuff to give away this morning. Listen, if you're a parent of a young child and you're struggling with potty training, you want to stay tuned. A little bit later in the hour, we're going to be talking with a book author who's written a book on a practical guide to daytime and nighttime training. We're going to have her on the phone, and she's going to help us with some suggestions for parents. So keep it tuned right here. I'm glad that you're here. We've got a lot to cover. Let's go right to our guest line. And joining us this morning from California is Tony Bancroft and Ben Chambers, who are partners who have created an awesome program called Lenny and Sid. And good morning, guys.
Hey, Bill. Good morning to you.
Thanks so much for joining us, and welcome to Parent Talk on News Radio 1510 WLAC. It's really early out your way, I'm sure.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
about 6 a.m.
2-hour difference. I appreciate you joining us, but you've got a lot of great stuff to tell us. Now, you guys are along with Bo, is it Ferger?
That's correct.
Ferger,
yes.
the three of you have partnered together and have created a program called Lenny and Sid, and what's really important to it and why it's a good match for this program to talk about is because it's faith-based, and it's a new cartoon series to really help. And we're back. I'm your host, Bill Corbett, and this is the Parent Talk Show on News Radio 1510 WLAC. And on the guest line with us this morning is Vicki Lansky, who's the author of the book Toilet Training, A Practical Guide to Daytime and Nighttime Training. Thanks so much for being here, Vicki.
My pleasure.
Thanks for holding on to the break. We're going to go to our phones right now, and we've got Julie in Madison. Julie, welcome to Parent Talk on News Radio 1510 WLAC.
Well, thank you.
Do you have a question for Vicki?
Yeah, I do. Our son turned 4.
Out of time. You've been listening to the Parent Talk Show. I'll be back next Sunday for more stuff coming up. You can go to the website, www.parenttalkradio.com, or the Redirecting Children's Behavior site, cooperativekids.com. Take charge, parents. Be in charge. Set firm rules and boundaries. Remember, making the world a better place to live begins at home as parents. I'm your host, Bill Corbett. You've been listening to the Parent Talk Show on News Radio 1510 WLAC.